They say that instead of chasing titles and accolades, you gotta chase territory. The world you live in does not really care about the abbreviations you put at the beginning or end of your name, and in the grand scheme of things, the more we explore our world, the more we're educated by it. Now, before the pandemic, the motoring media was one of the most well-traveled sorts, with motor vehicles being our driving force of the content that we create. Traveling and experiencing the world's sights and sounds have always been part of the job. Ford is one of the companies dipping their feet into the water with these out-of-town events, and no other car is perfect for the job than the Ford Territory, in my opinion. Sometimes a full review of a car isn't enough, and we have to take it out on a real adventure. Here's our road trip review of the Ford Territory. Now, crossover SUVs are unlike your typical truck-based body-on-frame SUVs, but instead are built with a unibody design not unlike sedans. Now, this significantly reduces production costs and further improves on the handling, but still maintains the ride height that's the same with its larger brethren. Now, in the past, we've always revered larger SUVs like the Pajero, the Safari. Now, owning one has always been more of an aspirational thought than an actual life plan. But thanks to modern technology and improvements in manufacturing and marketing, crossover SUVs are now more prevalent than ever. First-time car owners still have the option to purchase small hatchbacks and subcompact sedans, but the prices of these larger alternatives are now within reach that you can find one at every price point. The Ford Territory brings this entire concept up to 11 by including every possible feature that they can within a set price point. And when I say every possible feature, I mean almost every possible feature. There's a huge high-definition screen that has both Apple CarPlay and Android Auto to seamlessly integrate with your phone's apps with your drive. Now, power seats for the driver, a panoramic sunroof, a nifty 360-degree camera to check your surroundings, dual-zone automatic climate control, wireless charging, USB ports, a large trunk that can even be folded down for even more space, and my favorite feature of all, those ventilated seats. That last part might sound like a luxury feature, but in a country as hot as ours, even during the cooler months, it's just a godsend. All these features aren't just gimmicks, as they're all well utilized during our road trip. We started early in the morning for a 2-hour drive to Tanay Rizal in order to catch a sunrise. While some people might think, why go through all the trouble just to catch the sunrise? Well, it's certainly different actually experiencing this instead of looking at it from your computer monitors while you're working at home. Our convoy was tight and brisk, and we were able to maneuver through the fast highway roads that Rizal had to offer, and thanks to the features like automatic headlamps, automatic wipers, auto-dimming rear-view mirrors, autonomous emergency braking, adaptive cruise control, lane departure warning, blind spot warning systems, and that sweet 360-degree camera system. Now, safety is certainly one of Ford Territory's forte. Now, since our last review of the Ford Territory, we've received comments asking about the crossover's performance. Many were concerned about the relatively tiny 1.5-liter engine mated with a continuously variable transmission, fearing that it's a recipe for boring. Well, from our drive, I'm happy to report that I was never actually left wanting in terms of power and fuel efficiency. The Territory makes 141 horses and 225 Nm of torque, plenty enough in my book. The convoy was able to keep up with each other despite the uphill climbs the mountains of Sierra Madre threw at us. Fuel economy hovered around 10 kilometers per liter, and considering that I had one other passenger, with all our luggage inside, tackling steep inclines and mountain passes, that's certainly not bad. Now I want to set the record straight about CVT technology. The motoring media seems to be unanimous in demonizing CVT. Sure, it will never be as exciting as driving stick, but for casual drivers, the real money makers for car companies, which basically makes up almost, I think, 90% of all car buyers, that really doesn't matter. And I for one think that CVT doesn't deserve all the flack it gets. The smooth drive, fuel economy, and ever-improving technology is certainly a good thing. Handling is tight thanks to the finely tuned electronically assisted power steering system. The fully independent suspension also works wonders, and kudos to Ford for not skimping on the wheel and tire setup as well. Running on 235/50 R18s with disc brakes all around and riding on 180mm of ground clearance, this allows the Ford Territory great confidence around the bends with the most minimal body roll. All these features certainly come at a price, but it's not as prohibitive as you think. The Ford Territory starts at 1,277,000 pesos for the Trend variant, which loses the 18-inch wheels, 360 camera, power driver seats, wood trim, automatic parking, driving assist features, digital gauge cluster, and the ventilated seats. Now the full fat titanium variant with all the fixings comes at 1,310,000 pesos, which really is not far off from the Trend variant and makes it a much better value. Because believe me, you would want that 360-degree camera and those ventilated seats. Now watch our full review of the Ford Territory Titanium, the card at the corner and description below. Now once we got to our destination, the Ford Territory did some light off-roading as well, which can punish subcompact sedans and hatchbacks, but it really took it like a champ. The guys are able to line up the Ford Territory models in a nice formation, and just like a well-rehearsed sequence, Mother Nature bathed us in its light with one of the most glorious sunrises I've ever seen in a long time. It's the perfect way to end a great road trip, and one that reminds me that despite all the trials we've all been facing, being stuck inside because of the pandemic, there's hope to be had. The promise and hope of a brighter tomorrow is eternal as long as we latch on to that hope. And in many ways, the Ford Territory symbolizes that same hope and promise. Their marketing tagline, "Own the Moment," certainly speaks to everyone and wants to take back their lives after the pandemic. And again, the Ford Territory is not the perfect car. Nothing really is, but damn, it gets really close. And the sales figure of the Ford Territory really shows this. So it's quite an adventure. Right now we're in Tanay, Rizal. We got here, we got the Ford Territory with us, and gotta say thank you so much, Ford, for bringing us over, showing us and reminding us what the Territory can do, and congratulations on your sales milestones. I gotta say guys, the Territory is one of my favorite cars out there. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please leave us a like and subscribe to our channel. Hit that notification icon so that you're alerted whenever you upload a new video. It's Roy Robles here from Zigwheels.Ph. I'll see you guys next time.